So we've all heard about attackers trying to trick an AI with a clever prompt, right? A direct, head-on assault. But what if the real threat isn't the one you see coming? What if it's a trap, just lying in wait, hidden inside the very information an AI is supposed to be analyzing for you? Today, we're diving into the really sneaky stuff, the world of indirect and stored prompt injection. Okay, before we get into the weeds, just a quick heads up. This is the second part of a 5-part tutorial from Virtualization Options LLC, and it's all for educational purposes. We're going to cover the big ideas here, but if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty, I highly recommend you check out their full course document in PDF format. It has way more detail than we can cover here. You know, a direct attack is pretty straightforward. You give the AI a bad prompt, and it does something it shouldn't. It's right there in front of you. But what if the attack isn't in your prompt at all? What if it's a little digital time bomb planted in a web page or a document that the AI reads? Well, that's when things get a whole lot more interesting and a whole lot more dangerous. I mean, really think about this question for a second. We're building these amazing AI systems to interact with the world for us, to read websites, summarize reports, you name it. But what happens when that outside world is weaponized? It flips the whole security model on its head. Suddenly, the AI's greatest strength, its ability to consume and understand information, becomes its biggest weakness. So let's talk about the first type of this hidden threat. It's called indirect injection. And honestly, the best way to think about it is right there in the title, poisoning the well. The attacker doesn't go after the AI directly. No, that's too obvious. Instead, they poison the data, the source material they know the AI is going to drink from later. It's like corrupting the ingredients before the chef even gets in the kitchen. Here's the absolute key to understanding this. The malicious code, the bad instructions, they aren't coming from you, the user. They're hidden, maybe in a web page you've asked the AI to summarize, or a document you told it to review. The AI, just trying to be helpful, goes and reads this poisoned data, and it has no idea it's also swallowing a set of hidden commands. It's an attack that totally weaponizes the AI's trust in the data it's given. And the way it works is almost elegant in how sneaky it is. First, the attacker just finds a web page they think the AI might look at. Then they embed their attack, maybe as tiny white text on a white background, completely invisible to a human. Later, you come along and ask your AI, hey, can you summarize this page for me? The AI reads everything, including those invisible commands. And bam, the hidden instructions execute, and maybe your private data is suddenly being sent straight to the attacker. Okay, so that's indirect injection, a one-time hit from a poisoned source. But what if the poison didn't just pass through the system? What if it stuck around? Well, that brings us to an even scarier level, stored injection. This is way more insidious because we're not talking about a one-off attack anymore. We're talking about creating a persistent backdoor right inside the AI's own memory. This really lays out the difference, doesn't it? An indirect attack is kind of like catching the flu. The AI runs into one bad data source and gets sick. But a stored attack? That's more like a chronic condition. The malicious instruction gets absorbed, embedded deep inside the AI's own knowledge base. This means it can be triggered over and over and over again by completely different users and different prompts. It's a vulnerability that just won't go away. Now, I know this can all sound a bit abstract, a bit theoretical. So let's look at a real-world case study with actual economic damage. The theft of super valuable prompts from AI marketplaces. And this isn't just your typical security breach. It's a brand new kind of intellectual property crime. I mean, think about it for a second. People and companies are spending huge amounts of time and energy creating the perfect prompt, the secret sauce, to get a specific amazing result from an AI. These prompts are literally being sold on marketplaces for big money. They've become the new IP, the new secret formula. And where there's value, you can bet there are people trying to steal it. So how in the world do you steal a prompt? It's pretty clever, actually. An attacker targets a valuable one on a marketplace. They use it to generate tons and tons of different outputs. Then comes the magic. They take all those outputs and feed them into another machine learning model. They use a technique that's basically like working backwards from the answer to figure out the original question. And with enough examples, their model can piece together and reconstruct the original, secret, and very valuable prompt. They've stolen the recipe. This quote just nails it. We're in a whole new ballgame now. It's not just about protecting code anymore. The instructions we give these AIs, the prompts, are just as precious. And what this attack proves is that those instructions are shockingly vulnerable. You can actually reverse engineer them, just by looking at the AI's answers. So, what's the big takeaway here? Why does all this really matter? Because these hidden attacks, they're not just clever party tricks. They point to a fundamental, deep-seated threat to AI security. They expose some core dangers that make us question how much we can really trust these systems. It really boils down to these four things. First, stealth. An attack can be planted today and not triggered for months, making it almost impossible to trace back. Second, persistence. These stored attacks can create backdoors that stick around, maybe even through system updates. Third, trust exploitation. They take the AI's core function, processing information, and turn it into a weapon against itself. And finally, and this one's the kicker, they bypass defenses. The attack isn't in the user's prompt, so it just sails right past most of the security filters we have in place. And that really is the billion-dollar question we're all facing, isn't it? We are building these incredibly powerful tools that are designed from the ground up to learn from a vast, messy, and often untrustworthy internet. So how do you do it? How do you build a firewall for an AI's mind? Figuring that out might just be one of the single biggest challenges we face in technology today. Thanks for tuning in.